a minute early. So that's fun. It's Tuesday. I'm tired. That is all. That is all I have for tonight, is I am tired. But I've been doing a lot of like just stuff in general, and my watch just yelled at me that I've hit all my steps for the day, so we love when we hit all of the steps. Live chat, make sure that's up. I think I'm gonna play The Sims while we're live. That'll be fun. I haven't done that in a hot minute. But I am trying to figure out just some scheduling type things. I got a couple of videos that are pre-planned. Um, hello, how is everyone doing? Oh, EA is acting up. I am here. I am here. Alright. There we go. EA. My silver fox doe is pulling fur, hoping for some babies. Ah, you're lucky. My silver fox doe is using her nest box as a litter box. Freaking Nina. I just caught you on YouTube. I usually only catch your lives on TikTok. Well, welcome to YouTube. Sometimes they are interesting and a lot of fun. Other times I just stare awkwardly into the camera. So basically like TikTok, but on YouTube. I am jealous though that your doe is pulling for Nina. Nina is not, and I was really hopeful because um I was really hopeful in that Nina was pregnant because her and Wiley had a nice, we'll call it a nice bond in their cage, but apparently not. Unless, well, she's never had kits before, so this might be her way of saying she is pregnant. But at the same time, she's not doing anything. And most of the time when I put a box in for a bunch of does and they're pregnant, they do something. Like they start pulling fur or they start nesting. So we'll see. So Gigi and Daisy are currently having a date. Finally live. Yes, welcome. I say we normally do, well, the new norm is Tuesday nights. We used to do Friday nights. I need to turn the volume off on that. I was like, oh, I'll do this. Let's see. Lessons, related, credits, achievements, manage world. Nope, I don't know how to do that. My blue otter mini Rex doe was due on the 9th, but nothing. I was super excited for babies, for her. I'm telling you, my mini Rex right now do not want to do anything, and it is annoying. Like all of my other breeds, they've been having babies, everything is good. My mini Rex have been lacking for no reason. It's like everyone else is breeding. Why aren't you guys like breeding? It doesn't make any sense. But I suppose they'll have babies when they have babies. At least I'm not the only one having mini Rex issues. No, you're not. I haven't had a mini Rex litter now in about 4 months, and it is so aggravating. It's so aggravating. I'm like, I just want my mini Rex babies. Is that too hard to ask? Apparently. I just found out a new breed that's soon to come to the ARBA in a few years. Is it the mini Californians? Because I will have an absolute hissy fit. Hissy fit for the freaking mini Californians. Like, when I say, what is the reason? What is the reason? Like, I'm on live. I see it. Give me a second. I see it. I know.
You can tell your fans.
No, I'm not telling my fans. My husband is being very catty. I love him dearly. You're catty, and I love you. You want to come say hi?
Hi.
That's not coming to say hi. That's sitting in the
Bye.
bye. Oh, my little stage frightened husband. I've bred the same 4 does 3 times and still nothing. Waiting for my black doe. Bred the same blue. Good luck. It's called a German Giant. Isn't that a continental? Like, honest question, isn't that a continental? I know they were talking about bringing. Hello, how are you doing? They say bye! They said bye. He said okay. When I go on live, him and his friends play on Fortnite, and they do their thing. He doesn't get to play Fortnite very often, so he gets all excited, and he like goes and like slips into his area and is like, I'm gonna go do XYZ. It's like, okay, have fun. Like, I'm not really into Fortnite, but if you like it, you like it. All right, new import. Let me pause this. Do save. My fiance just got in the right. All right. Give me a second. Control Delete. Going to the task. All right. Give me a second. My computer is thinking. It doesn't like when I divert its attention. Like right now. Control Delete. Task. Don't make me exit out of the game. Just. I was like, oh, I can. There we go. All right. So let's go here to of the Googles. All right. German Giant. I should probably put German Giant Rabbit because Google has Filthy Mind. All right. I'm pretty yeah, those are Continentals. It's just a different name for the Continental. They're very gorgeous rabbits. Very large. I've only met a few. Super excited for my local fair again this year. It's not a big time showing, but also rabbit friends go, yeah, I love when you get a bunch of rabbit friends all in at once. It is like a blast. But yeah, Continental Giants, also known as Continental German Giants. They're good rabbits, from like what I've seen, but I will say I feel like they're going to be like a lot of other giant rabbits to where they're just not going to be very popular. Just because of the sheer size that they are. A lot of rabbit breeders don't want to deal with giant rabbits. Just because of how slow they are to grow and everything. And they're gorgeous rabbits. But I see them going the same way that I see checkered giants and Flemishes. Um, Although hopefully the German Giants, Continentals, whatever we're going to call them when they do hit the ARBA, will have a better temperament than Checkered Giants because Checkered Giants are, ooh, they're nasty. I have yet to have a good experience with them, and they're so pretty. They're so pretty. So I was like, oh, it's such a pretty rabbit. Every time, every time. I finally found a doe for my dwarf hot named Bunny Nuggets. So hopefully you'll get a litter of them. Yes. I have not gotten my Angoras yet because all of my friends are going to go to show. What would you name your German giant? Hassenpfeffer. I would name it Hassenpfeffer. No, but you're gonna keep teasing me on this, and I'm gonna bring home an Angora, and then both of us are gonna get Angoras, and it's gonna be a thing. We're all gonna get Angoras, just at least one. I'm gonna go up to my friend. I'm gonna go up to Angel. I'm gonna be like, Angel, Angel, I need one of your Angoras. And she's gonna be like, Why do you need an Angora? And it's like, because I just need one. It'll be a house rabbit. See, lion heads have grown on me, right? But also with lion heads, oh no, babies, but she's getting uncomfortable, so still in the morning I should have some. I'm going to my first ARBA show in Ohio in February. Any tips on a first timer? Um, the speaker systems are always janky. They're always busted. So listen for people to call out different shows that are going up. Because last time I missed an entire section of my show for my mini Rex. And I was paying attention. I didn't even hear them. Always listen. But the judges are normally pretty awesome. If you have any questions, ask them. Sometimes I'll stop a judge straight on. They'll say something, and I'm like, "Hey, real quick, what do you mean by when you say that?" Because I haven't heard that terminology before, and I think I know what you mean, but I want to clarify. I can't remember. One of the judges said something weird on my mini Rex. Yes, pay attention to the announcements. I was gonna say, I'm from Ohio, so I'm curious too. I'm like, which show are you going to? One of these days, I'm gonna bring like 20 rabbits to my parents' house, And they're gonna be like, why are all these rabbits here? And I'm going like, I'm going to a show here, and like, hey Danny, hold up, please. I can't read your entire message when I'm on live. Thank you. Love you. But unless he actually shows me the message, because it gives the tiniest little sliver. Um, I could sell Angora, right? One of the Angora breeders had like baggies of unspun wool and was like selling it left and right because it was kind of like a novelty kind of thing at the show. Because we all see Angora rabbits and we're like, ooh, fluffy bunnies. And it's like, why is everybody buying a single baggie of Angora fur? You know what? It's like, make your pocket that money. You do you. I'm proud of you for making money on your rabbits. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, why are we all so obsessed with these tiny little baggies of fur? Hmm. Rabbit people. It's because we're rabbit people. Stark County and Summit County are shows in February. One on Saturday, one on Sunday, same fairgrounds. Nice. Make some nice cowboy hats. I am not that talented. I don't think I can make cowboy hats. I can barely crochet. I can barely crochet, and I drop not the I drop the loops like crazy. Um, okay, so you're going to the Stark County Fairgrounds on the 19th. Nice. Am I doing anything on the 19th of February? Probably. I do know that one of my shows got moved locations. Um, yes, you will meet so many rabbit people when you go to show, and most of the time, everyone's like really nice. They're fun to talk to. It's a grand old time. I absolutely adore going to the rabbit shows. They are so much fun. I will say though, when a bunch of us people at the rabbit shows get together, we have a very, very, very bad habit of just being crazy people, just buying rabbits when we shouldn't, and just too much bunny talk in one area. But no, I am excited. I'm supposed to be going to a show at the end of the month. I will be there with a Pride of Lionheads, hopefully for the Stark show and the Summer show. Nice. I couldn't make any hats if I tried, but for the do, I will have some alright. I'm telling you, I have to hand it to the wool breeds, the people who raise lion heads, how well they work with their animals and how well they work like the wool and everything. Like it's absolutely fantastic what they can do because I am just not that talented. Not that talented whatsoever. And it is just crazy what some of these people can achieve with their animals. Uh, I mean, I only have meat breeds and whatever we want to call the mini Rex. They're technically not meat breeds, but you know. Um, I'd love to be able to travel around for shows. I just don't know the transport rules. It just depends. You just have to have a rabbit that has a tattooed ear. When it comes to the shows, that's really it. You just kind of like my battery's yelling at me. Okay, I'm gonna go grab my other headphone real quick. Y'all are gonna travel with me across the house. But yeah, when it comes to the ARBA shows, all of mine are tattooed. There you go. It works. It's perfect. But as long as you have your rabbit tattooed, you can enter a show for the ARBA. Most of them have a deadline for when you have to like sign up for the show. Some have day of signing in, but a lot don't. It depends on the show secretary. But that's just for the ARBA shows, so. Alright. I'm not sure. Lion hens are our main breed, but we have Californians for the kids, meat pens, and 4-H. Nice. Californians.
All right, are we on now? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Not you.
Exnay the drama say.
Can y'all hear me now? I think I got the headphone connected. There. Okay. Sorry, I flipped it out. Sorry about that, y'all. Um. Yes. I'm good with that. All right. Perfect. That's kind of my husband. That's my husband being. I love you. You kind of got to see my husband. I'm just focused on my mini Rex Dorf Holt and my New Zealand's for now. Right? All the rabbit breeders. I'm only focused on name 6 breeds. Like, such a rabbit breeder thing. Like, yeah, I'm only focused on like 3 out of my 10 breeds. But that's me all the way. Like, I'm like, oh yeah, like I'm totally not taking care of XYZ. Like, that's just too much this year. I have like Pike. I'm telling you, because like I was like with everything. I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll just focus on my mini Rex, or I'll just focus on my Silver Fox, and then all of a sudden, it's like I'm focusing on things I shouldn't be focusing on, and it's like, what was the reason? What was the reason? And then I'm like, because I'm dumb. But it's all in good fun. I gotta say though, I'm not as bad as like some of my friends. Like they'll come home with a new breed every show and they're like, this is gonna be great, this is gonna be awesome, I'm gonna raise these now. And then they start doing that and all of a sudden they have like 300 rabbits in their barn. I really have a good friend who just got me into Mini Rex who has been helping me. Some of you may know her because she travels a lot for shows. Nice. Maybe. I'm really like I know a lot of like Silver Fox people, for instance. What happened to my tree? Supercell. But I'm just tired. Top end. I don't know who that is, but I might. Here's the thing, right? If you're like, oh, it's this person. First time I've been able to join. Hi, hello, hello. How are you doing? I'm trying to be more regular on Tuesday nights. Daniel, I'll deal with it when I'm off the live. Oh, I know he is, but I'll deal with it when I'm off the live. I'm debating on whether to add Mini Rex to the herd or not. Mini Rex, there's always room for Mini Rex, but I am biased. Still deciding on colors though. Jenna's amazing. She has a really goofy humor that just makes learning so much fun. I would probably get along with her swimmingly then, because I too enjoy making up the jokes. I love people who are just fun to be around when it comes to shows. But it's just me. Oh God. Oh God, army regulations. Yes. The question is, are you going for, all right, are you lower enlisted? Are you going for your stripes? Are you officer? Like, if you are looking, when you say promotion within the army, because like that's my forte, like when we're talking about this, like I was human resources, so army stuff, like we could talk about that for a while. We can play that game. But when you say promotion, what kind of promotion? Like because there are different regulations to look into if you're looking at enlisted versus junior enlisted versus officer. No. I used to read Mini Rex, but the kids didn't want them, so Lion Heads are their pick, and my daughter got Reserve Champion. Heck yeah, that's amazing. She often comes into my work to goof around and passes the time. It's nice for the chaos. Yeah. I say I love having people I can completely and utterly goof around with. Especially work friends you can goof around with. Like that's next level friendship. It's so much fun. Right now, the only person I goof around with much is my husband because he is next door. And by next door, I mean he's playing video games in the bedroom. But I'm gonna pull up my Evans here real quick. Played Sim for 5 minutes, and then goes on to the Bunny app. I'm trying to decide. So Evans has this one thing. It's a genetic calculator, right? So, I just threw Gigi and Daisy. They're chilling. They're not even doing anything right now. But I'm hoping in a month. I work at Tractor Supply, so it's a small town and get boring at times. I bet. All right, I need to repurchase the program. Oopsie. Since then, we have gotten 9 awards with 2 of our rabbits, and we have 5 juniors going out for nationals in March. Heck yeah! I'm hoping I have a nationals silver fox in the current litter I have, and then I have another litter of my standard Rex growing out. I'm hoping, fingers crossed. I'm hoping to have a standard Rex. If I don't bring a standard Rex to convention, I wouldn't be mad because it's not a, they might, but it's a different section of the rig. Because when it comes down to it, I'm thinking about taking my blue Otterdo. She's from Canada, and I love her color and type. I really judge his opinion. Then we'll have babies in April or May for convention. Ooh, that'd be nice. Let me see here, because there are different enlisted promotions. How long have you been out? A couple of years. Why are you still doing this? Oh, well, it's in my brain. I want to go look up cutoff scores. I don't know anyone who's going to get cut off. I'm not going to an Arkansas show. No, I don't want selection lists, HRC. I'm looking it up right now. Enlisted promotions, regulations. I used to live in these regs. That's record detail. Enlisted promotion introductions is AR 600-8-19. Heck yeah, I'll be in the one at Kentucky.
Oh, I understood what he was saying now.
Oh.
He's trying to say that after she comes back from her vacation, that he would take her the 1st of July.
Yeah.
Into August.
Yeah.
Which is a month.
Yeah.
So the dates work.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I got, like I said, and then when you said Father's Day, I was like, that's in June, not July.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Nice. Shh. Don't start that with me. And it's Sergeant, thank you. It's Sergeant. I earned those permanent stripes. You're gonna get me going. Do you like the bun? The bun's still on point. The bun's always on point. AR 670-1 is always, although now you can do ponytails. And I'm out of the military. Anyway, AR 600-8-19 is enlisted promotions and reductions. It took me 2 seconds to look up. I'm sorry, I brain dumped most of this. Now, with that being said, if we're looking, decentralized promotions. Lurkin, hello, Little Rich, how are you doing? No, are they? I can't see the back of my head. Gosh darn it. No, I'm trying a new gel, and, I don't think I like this one. Hello, Sergeant First Class Barry. I'm going to hide. I'm going to hide under the table. Sergeant First Class Barry taught me well. He really did. And it is because of him I have any database information. It's not a dress code violation, it's just unorganized. I'm sorry to hear that, Little Rich. How is your fundraiser going? Right, the bun does. It makes me look more organized. I have a job interview on Thursday and Friday. So I was like, I need to see if my bun's on point still, and if I like this gel or not. Because otherwise, it just doesn't work. I am not doing push-ups. I'm too weak for that. I run now. I don't do upper body. I just run. I run constantly. It's glorious. It's good. I don't have to worry about push-ups ever again, and I'm okay with that. That's good to hear. Hopefully it speeds up for you, because, your situation just sucks, man. It really does. But no, so Friday, I have Thursday I have a job interview for head of human resources somewhere, so fingers crossed on that. And then Friday is like an HR like generalist. So, but both pay about the same. So it's like extra responsibility, less responsibility. I'm hoping for the head of human resources. That'd be cool. Um, a lot of us are meeting up at convention. We're going to, so I know I'm going. Kara, of course, is going to be there. Casey's looking at going. I'm going to see if we can get Freedom Quail Farm over there. We'll see. She has 2 very small ones. Yeah, so there's a lot of us from Colorado that will be in Kentucky for convention. I'm not trying to fight off the bears. I'm playing dead from the bears. They're the kind of bears you play dead from. We had one, oh my gosh, my neighbor doesn't know how to put his bird feeders up half the time, right? And the amount of times he has had a black bear trying to climb his fence to get his bird feeders. And they have cubs. I'm gonna get eaten by a bear because his house is here and then mine is here. Yeah, of course. It won't be this year because my big show this year is Kentucky. I normally do like one big show. Uh, but yeah, when it comes down, sorry, my old NCO just texted me and it just made me smile. Like, mentorship is so important. He's like amazing. He's the one who taught me to do like all of the database stuff, and I mean like all the database stuff. He introduced me to the YouTube channel. Like, I think it's like Excel is fun or Excel is cool or something like that. And the amount of those videos I have watched is absolutely ridiculous. And I can do all kinds of cool tricks on Excel that other people can't, and it impresses people for stupid little button pushing. And it is such a niche thing, but it's so hilarious. I love it. Yes, that's Pickle Rick you hear in the background right now. I'm not sure why he's demon grumbling. In fact, he's not actually saying anything. But he thinks he's funny, he just laughed at himself. Help. Normally, when it comes down to it, Pickle Rick is very much so like, sorry, I got distracted. Somebody mentioned Pickle Rick and now I'm actually listening. So when you have a parrot, you just learn to ignore them, right? And, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, if I don't hear him, he's not there. But then actually, after you hear him, you start listening to him, and sometimes he says the weirdest things. Especially if he sits there and he starts begging for help, and it's like, dude, like that. It's like, why are you screaming for help? And then he laughs at himself like it's funny. Like, um, wander around and talk with people and maybe buy a few rabbits. Um, so the minimum you need to get started with rabbits. So if you're doing a breeding pair, right? So a buck and a doe, good to go. If you're just getting down to the very nitty gritty, buck, doe, you need a cage for each, and then I suggest 2 grow out cages. So a grow out cage for bucks and a grow out cage for doe. So 4 cages for a breeding pair just to get you started. And then for each cage, You know, you need a feeder, a waterer, that kind of thing. And you can literally just start out from there and just go for it. If you have a breed that you're culling out at like 8 weeks, you probably only need a cage for the buck and the doe. Now, something showing rabbits is really well, yeah, if you're showing, I'm thinking from a standpoint of like I'm sitting here like meat rabbits and thinking about like breeding them and everything. But no, you're absolutely right. If you just want to show a rabbit, you just need a rabbit. What are you doing, Gigi? That is you're a weirdo. But yeah, so if you're looking at like breeding for meat, you're just getting a pair, you know, cage for buck, cage for doe, and then a cage for each of the grots. Oh no, Dylan, where'd you go? One of my great aunts used to have a parrot, and it called their dog bitch every time it walked by. Mine calls the dogs and then bites them. I'm getting a trio of rabbits this summer, and I'm personally setting up 6 cages, especially to keep spaces for my nice ones. I find it shows. Yes. One of the biggest mistakes that I think a lot of breeders make is just in general. I forgot the convention dates. Do you remember them? I can look them up real quick. 2023 rabbit convention. Oh. I have my first show next week, and that's so exciting. All right, pulling it up. That's the Netherland Dwarf Club. I don't need that one. I just need that. There we go. The 100th year anniversary of the ARBA convention will commence on Thursday, October 19th. It is in Kentucky, yes, and it ends Monday, Tuesday. Technically, it ends Wednesday, the 25th, with the releasing of the animals. But it looks like showing starts Saturday, October 21st. So the event itself starts on the 19th, but the showing doesn't look like it starts till the 21st of October. So, October. Unless something happens, I'm going. I hope nothing happens. Yes, I'm so excited to go to convention. Like super excited. And the jobs I'm looking at, they aren't it's like Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 kind of jobs. So I'll still have weekends free to go play with my bunnies. What kind of jobs do you look for? It's like jobs where I'm not being interrupted with my bunnies stuff. But yeah. I'm booked to convention, but somebody told me Mini Rex Nationals is more fun. I'm going to Mini Rex Nationals next year. Bring rabbits to show, you won't regret it, right? A lot of us are going to be there, or a lot of us are trying to get to convention. If I would have thought about it, I would have went to Reno this year, but I didn't think about it, so I didn't go. And when I say think about it, I mean just pre-plan for it. I didn't have anything that was like nationals worthy. And I mean, I could have brought something. I booked both, figured they're far enough apart. Convention is 100-year anniversary. Exactly. Exactly. I was like, I need to go to the 100th year anniversary. And the thing is, like, if I can't drive there, maybe I'll just fly there with the rabbits. Right? Like, if something happens to where I can't drive out there because of work or whatever, I will buy myself a plane ticket and just fly out there to go meet people and be there for the 100th year anniversary to frolic. I will frolic up and down those aisles. We're not going to talk about how long it is of a drive for me to hit Kentucky. Yes, it's the 100th year anniversary. You have to go to the 100th year anniversary, the 100th year celebration. Like that is like quintessential of importance. Like that is. So I'm going. It's gonna be fun. I want to bring rabbits, but if I don't bring rabbits, I'm gonna be there anyway. 6-hour drive. It's like a 16-hour drive for me. It's a long drive. It'd be longer if I had the kids with me. If I have the kids with me, I'll be closer to 20. I don't want to drive that far, but I will. Um, right, right. I'm hoping. I'm wondering the one for 2024. Do they have a location yet? Let's see. ARBA convention 2024. I'm looking. I'm looking for the convention. for 2024 to see. Let's see, show dates. This for New York. Is it the same place for 2024? I keep running into breed specialties. Because I know, or I think I know, I might be wrong, the Mini Rex one's in Ohio this year. Which, if I would have known, you know? If it's the same place, I'm just gonna laugh at myself. Because, to be honest, I don't know. I feel like I need to go on the air. Yeah, Columbus for me. See, that's an hour from my parents' house. And part of me just wants to drive to my parents' house, show up at their door, and be like, Mom, Dad. Um, all right, they're staying in Kentucky. Hello. Right. We're all just sitting here like, everyone's like, no, it's in Kentucky. Madison, are we sure it's in Kentucky? Twitch, twitch, twitch. That doesn't sound right, Madison. It's right. Oh, Kentucky again. I was hoping for a closer show. Damn it. That reminds me. Y'all, I found something on the ARBA site when I was renewing my membership 5 days late because I'm dumb like that. Like, I told myself around Christmas, I'm like, I need to renew my ARBA membership, and I forgot. Um, have you been to Mini Convention in Ohio? I have not been to Mini Convention. My friends were at Mini Convention, but I never went to Mini Convention. I want to go to Mini Convention. I am doing fantastic. I am here. I have a thing. I have a thing. Um, we're in Colorado, in the United States. All right, so on the ARBA site, right? So excited about this, y'all. I'm so excited. Oh, hello. Thank you for saying hi to me, ARBA site. I see I didn't log out of my account. Okay, so I was rummaging, right? I need to go to the Mini Rex Nationals, and it's in my it's in my own stomping grounds. Like it's like an hour from my parents' house, hour and a half from my parents' house, something like that. So I need to go. Like I need to go. Anyway, so I was going through member resources, right? And there was this thing that said Master Breeder. I'm like, Master Breeder? Um, the thing in Kentucky, let's see. Let's see. ARBA. You cannot get me back to Ohio. I will fight you tooth and nail. Too close to my parents. I love my parents. Lose it. Thank you. I was just looking it up. I can't wait to show. Don't plan on doing much this year. Just gotta learn somewhere. Basically, you just show up and have fun. Like, most of us, the amount of times I've been DQ'd off a table and didn't, like, it went over my head. Like, I got DQ'd off a table with Lizzie one time because I am dyslexic and I put my numbers backwards. Like, I switched one of her middle numbers, and the judge looked at it and goes, "That's not the right number." I go, "What do you mean?" Because I was behind the table with him. He goes, "This rabbit has the wrong ear number." I'm like, "That rabbit doesn't have the wrong ear number. That's my rabbit." And he goes, "Look at your tag and look at the ear." And I go, "Oh, you're definitely right. I fucked up." And I got DQ'd off the table. He goes, "This is such a nice rabbit, too. You could have easily won this group." And I'm like, damn it. I'll bring a few rabbits at least to get judging opinions. Exactly. Do you know the amount of people I've been around where they flip the rabbit over and they're like, they look at the rabbit and they're like, "Why is there a buck in the doe group?" And my headphone just yelled at me, battery low. Great. We're gonna run it to the ground, and then I'm just gonna talk to y'all, and the quality's gonna be worse. It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna cry. Not a lot in show. Basically, we all just like it is, but we all just like chill. Might as well be in Canada up here in Michigan. Uh, I just inhaled my own spit. That was dumb of me. I cannot inhale water. Ugh, I hate when that happens. Hobby to occupy myself. Yes, choose rabbits. It's great. No, the DQ doesn't affect the rabbit's ability to show in the future. I actually went up to the show secretary and begged them to let me change my tag for the next show, and they did, so I didn't get DQ'd the second show. And the only reason they changed my tag was because I asked nicely and I wouldn't leave them alone. I was like, please, please, I'm so sorry to bug you, but please. But they let me change it, so I was like, yes!
It's like, I know I'm an idiot, but no. I've had rabbits DQ'd before for silly things, and then the judges don't. I've had rabbits where they had a serious DQ. Like I had one with a white toenail when it should have been black. Judge didn't catch it the first 2 times. Third judge caught it. I'm worried about my black mini Rex though, because she's perfect, other than a few stray white hairs on there. Hope that happens sometimes. Sometimes they catch it, sometimes they don't. Exactly. Depending on the call, sometimes it's just brood quality, and sometimes it's a call I don't even catch. Technically, Wiley should be a DQ out of Silver Fox. I learned this when I was listening to a speech of one of the top Silver Fox breeders. It was on one of the bunny channels, and he was doing an overview on the Silver Foxes, and he was like, yeah, if a fur appears to be fly back in nature, they should be DQ'd. He says rollback a lot of times is fine, but flyback should be DQ'd. And I'm sitting here with Wiley, and I'm like, I've never been DQ'd with Wiley off the table, but I should have been. Apparently. But Wiley has 3 or 4 best of breeds on him. I've never been to a show, hoping the breeder I'm talking to will guide me through the first one. I'm taking classes sometime next week. Yeah. My blue mini Rex buck has, when I'm done, baby. I'm almost done, okay? DQ it shows with his previous owner because of an off-white nail. Everything else is good. I hate off-white nails. They're so disappointing. There's 20 people watching, and I remember when I was the only one. Right? I get so excited when we get like a lot of people in these lives because it's like I remember when it was just me talking to myself. I have lives where it's like I have 0 people in here. I'm just gonna talk to myself. Hello, self. How are you doing? Did we have a good week? What are we talking about for the future? I look forward to your list. Oh, thank you so much. My number 1 junior right now is a DQ. She is missing 2 back toes from her mom over grooming her. She'll be a brood. Oh, that sucks so bad. I have a rabbit that has a chunk missing out of her ear because of the same thing, and she's nice quality. She would have done well on a show table, but her mom decided she didn't need most of her ear. Stumpy is an example too. Stumpy got half her ear chewed off by one of her siblings for no reason. I'm hoping to get someone to help me at the first show I'm going to. My neighbor's show is a totally different breed, so not much help there for me. Oof, that sucks. Finding a mentor within your own breed is invaluable. When it comes down to it, there's one breeder I'm constantly asking questions of. She's amazing. I haven't officially asked her to be my mentor, but I do bug her a lot, especially at shows, and she is outstanding. And I see her every time at shows, and I'm like, oh, she's definitely gonna beat me. But at the same time, I'm okay with it because she is so knowledgeable. I know some stray white hairs in the black around here. That happens sometimes with brokens. It's not that big of a deal, but you will get beaten out by, like, if you have 2 rabbits and one doesn't have it, a lot of times the other one will beat you out. My friend has the same thing on a black doe. Mom overgroomed her nose and it grew back white. Oof. Probably this spring or summer. My stock is out there, and I will get babies out of that stock because I gotta breed it better. Heck yeah. If it's on Instagram, I am trying to get better about Instagram. I'm not on there as much as I should be. I am trying to get better. If y'all ever message me on Instagram, it's not that I don't care. Like, I love talking to people. I just forget Instagram exists. I just don't spend much time there, so I forget it's there. And then I feel horrible because I'll stop talking to people in like a middle of a conversation because I put Instagram up. I feel bad. It's just one of those things like my little brain goes, oh, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, the ARBA Master Breeders Program. Who's trying this? I have a rabbit that got 2 of his middle toes and his back foot stuck in the wire from mom's. I kept him from breeding the sweetest. I'm happy you remember that I lost my chinchilla buck. I just got one of his sons and super excited. Heck yeah, that's so exciting. I'm so glad that you got, a son of that animal. Hi, buddy. All right, so the ARBA Master Breeders Program. I forget about IG2, yes. How's the Champagne de-Argent program going? I'm going to cry in a corner is how it's going. Moose is with my friends, so I don't eat him. Just so I don't make any rash decisions. Cookie's still in the barn, and I glare at her every day. My Champagne Silver Fox wannabe.
She's a Champagne. Her lineage shows Champagne all the way through. Her parents are pure Champagne. She is a conundrum, and we think we know what happened, but we don't know what happened. And it's one of those things where the whole Champagne project makes me want to cry. With that being said, do I still have my breeding pair? You bet I do. Am I probably going to get back into it after I am done being angry about it? Also, yes. She's currently over by her Gigi. Gigi and Daisy are having a date, so she's like hiding in the corner trying to rearrange the water bottle right now. I say she's my little monster. Hey, you want to go to a show next weekend? You go show Cyrax? She's spinning spinning circles on the floor. My little monster. She does this thing where I ask her when we're home. It's like, hey, do you want to go show? Yes, mommy, I want to go show. Okay, we'll go show. And then we'll get there, and I'll have her signed up for classes. Mommy, I don't want to show. My friends are here. It's like, kid, I signed you up for classes. You're going to show in those classes. You said you want to show in those classes. And then I sit there and I have to. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Turn that mute. Then, there needs to be a rabbit DNA test. I mean, I have. Right? There needs to be, so I can figure out what the heck is going on with her. But yeah, like, freaking, it's annoying.
Because, oh, there we go. Alright, my headphone just died. Can everyone hear me? What's your least favorite breed? Random question. Oh, my least favorite breed. Lops. Holland Lops, probably. I don't know. Breton Petites are also little monsters. I'm thinking about what my least favorite animal is when it comes to rabbits. If you come home to you might go home. My husband will be so disappointed if I come home with rabbits. The amount of times I've gone to show and he's like, don't bring anything home, and I bring something home, and he's like, why'd you bring something home? And I'm like, I had to. And he's like, no, you didn't. You could have just left it there. Yes, I was asking if anyone's doing the Master Breeder program. I want to do it so bad. Also, lops are my least favorite. So many health issues, right? I had lionheads for a while. I love them so much. Why don't you like Holland Lops? It's so hard to find good quality, and a lot of them are just little neurotic messes because you get a lot of unethical breeders that breed them that don't abide by health standards and just sell random things out into the pet community. And it's a mess. It's a mess. It's more on the humans than the rabbit, but yeah, so the ARB and Master Breeder program. Has anyone seen it? Has anyone heard of it? Because I just found it randomly when I was searching on the ARBA site for something. And I was like, ooh, what is this? Let's see here. I hate all Lops because the crowns and the Breton Petites are evil little devils. Yes, Breton Petites are so special. They're little monsters. They're almost as bad as the Satans. A lot of the Hollands around me are mini Lop mixes, right? Yep. I had a Lop back in 1988. I don't think I've ever had a Lop. Like, even pet-wise. I always had, like, up-eared rabbits. But there are a lot of problems within, like, the Holland Lops. And a lot of it isn't even on, like, people like we are, where we breed for show. They're just people who, like, randomly breed mixes. Like Julie's saying. $300? I'm in the wrong business. I sell my pure freaking. I was looking at selling Lalo. Lalo has 2 best of breeds on him and a best opposite. I'm like, it was a rescue. Jesus. Rescues are fun sometimes. But sometimes they're a mess. Sorry. I inhaled my own. Amish snatched them up for some reason. The best rabbit that I've owned is a lot in the Californians. They're Olaf bugs. Let's see. Make sure I read that right. Best rabbit by far that I've owned and had is the Californians. They're big. You say that the Californians are big love bugs? Mine were standoffish as heck. Exactly, Dylan. The only mixed rabbits I do is going into the freezer. Yep. I have a lot of people who are like, well, why don't you just mix your rabbits? It's not that big a deal. It's like, you don't understand. If I mix them, they're automatically going into the freezer. That's taking up space. That's taking up cages. That takes up, like, food and resources. How much do you sell your pure breeds for? Yeah, it does depend on quality. I'm looking at selling my Buck Eduardo, for instance. I have a New Zealand mixed litter that will go to the freezer. Nice. But yeah, like with Lalo, I'm looking at selling him. And part of me is like, oh, I'll sell him for $100, but I sell most of my rabbits for $100. And it's like one of those things. Would you stop picking the gel off the side of my ear? I know I accidentally hit my ear. But Gigi just knocked over his water bottle. But no, it's
He loves that water bottle.
he does love that water bottle.
He's
Oh, I know. Oh yeah, Lolo. I'm like, oh, I could just sell Lolo for $100, but most of my like standard Tahir rabbits are $100, and then why would I sell Lolo, who has like, he is not far off from his grand champion. Ours met us at the front of the cages and crawled out on our laps if we opened the cages. I wish my Californians were like that. Mine just hid in the back of the cage. I couldn't get them, like, they weren't mean, they were just standoffish. But, Callies. Anyway, master breeder program, because I keep getting off track. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna be a master exhibitor, and then a grand master exhibitor, and then I'm gonna be a master breeder, and I'm gonna be a supreme master breeder. And I don't have any of my college degrees on my walls, but you bet I get any of these from the ARBA, they're gonna be on my walls. Stop it. It's not funny. It's not funny. Sassy McFrassy. Most of my new rabbits are the ones I bred here, so I just handle them from like birth. But if I have a rabbit who's just not used to me, when they're in quarantine, I just don't touch them for 30 days. I just let them in their cages. I just feed them. I just water them. I let them do their thing. And then after 30 days, I just start handling them. And I just start petting them. So they get used to me. They get used to my patterns and behavior. And then they just slowly get used to it. Don't lose that, please. Thank you. Yeah, it's just consistent handling and being around them. To grow outs, I do unlimited feed. The trick to it, right, when it comes to getting 10 kits to butcher weight on 50 pounds of feed quality, making sure those little jerks don't dig or dump out the feed, and that they don't pee and poo into their feed. I can get an entire litter on 50 pounds of feed to butcher weight, 5 pounds. But you gotta remember, not only do you have the good quality, make sure they're not, yes, I am a Libra. That's my Pisces right there. But yeah, those are the keys to making, like, that, and then making sure that your animals are good quality growers themselves. Also, when you're doing feed, 18% feed. That's the biggest thing when it comes to getting your animals to grow out. Quality, all that good stuff, making sure they grow out appropriately. If they need a little bit of a boost when it comes down to it, you can do like oats. Oats is good, like a rolled oats or a Boss. Sometimes people do calf manna, but for the most part, we just grow out ours on that 18%, and they do really well. Yeah, I know, baby. Yes. If you have a low growth, like, if we're looking at my chinchilla lines, I can't grow them out on a 50-pound bag of feed. That's not going to happen because those little suckers are the worst growers ever. But I want the chinchilla color, and I will get them there by using my better lines. I want chinchillas. I got chinchillas. I'm very happy with that. But it's just one of those things. Now, with that being said, a good grow rate, you're good to go. It's not a problem. I've been seeing a lot recently. They're getting other people's culls and they're not making weight. And we're talking about junior weight, senior weight. They're just not cutting it. Like, I'm trying to think here. Cookie's 5 months old, and Cookie's already sitting at like 9 pounds. I'm back. Sorry, I left. I was checking my needy rabbits and taking my dog out for a walk around the yard. Yeah, no worries. No worries. I say, I'm looking. My calorie lines are 6 to 7 pounds at 7 to 8 weeks. That's absolutely outstanding. That's amazing. That's a great growth rate. My new junior buck out of my chinchilla has a roux, but he has chinchilla pretty much 90% of his lines. Nice. Sounds like he has a hidden recessive in there. I would love to get a roux silver fox. That'd be great. But what I'm really wanting to work on right now is I want Alaskan foxes. They still haven't accepted me into that Facebook group. And they haven't denied me either, so I'm not sure if the group is like mostly dead. So, how do you tell when a rabbit is growing? I have a Silver Martin buck to ouch, Sydney, no. Wait, he is just over 8 months old and he's only that. Your Silver Martin buck?
See that it got wet.
I know it's wet, or was wet, and pretty funny.
Oh, so cute bunnies.
Silver Martins. I remember Silver Martins RS being larger than that. Silver Fox. Martin should be after the Silver Fox. There. Yeah, so Silver Martins are slightly smaller, not by much, to Silver Foxes. Let's see. I swear. I have some chocolates floating around. At 8 months, 6.1. At 8 months, he should be at least 7, I would say, or should be 7. Considering minimum weight for senior bucks is 6.5. Jesus Christ. Is he light boned? Like, is he a smaller boned rabbit? Convert, feed plenty of milk. When they start eating solid feed, make sure it's enough for mother and babies to eat. I make sure feeders are always full. Yes. I'd say I'm constantly feeding the baby feeders. As long as they're not digging it out. I hate diggers. Like, the ones that, like, dig out their feed. Oh, my gosh. When they, Again, if I could get you, I'd understand, right? Me, you want a lilac? It's a diluted chocolate, but if you read it to a black, it does the same thing 100%. Nah. I'm telling you. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, I'm breeding Gigi and Daisy right now. And I should, in theory, get some chocolates out of this litter, along with a blue-eyed white.
Chocolate?
Yes.
Chocolate?
Yes, chocolate.
Chocolate?
I did also
Chocolate?
breed Gigi to my lilac goodies, so I should be getting an entire litter of lilacs, be it a goodies type or just plain self lilacs. Is a lilac carrier. She has a lot in her lines. His sire was only 7 pounds and his dam was 7.8. Normally at 8 months, I expect them to be done growing, though. That's the thing I worry about. Like, how do your lines work is the question. But no babies available till September. Legit. I had a friend, who in Ohio, her grandfather raised Californians for the longest. And his stock was absolutely fantastic. Yes. No. I'm trying to remember the grandparents' name because it wasn't it was on the maternal side, so it was different from her name. But his Californian stock was spectacular. Like, he would go to a show and just, it's done. He won everything. My silver fox throws blue, so I'm hoping to have some blue in the litter. She knows poo blues each litter, at least 9 babies every litter. That's nice. I just bred my blue buck for the first time. I'm excited for that. We don't do well in ARB shows. Ours are for commercial use. You know what? That's completely and utterly fine. Like, sometimes using them for commercial use, that works. That's perfect. Mid-Michigan, huh? Michigan and Ohio ain't that far. I'm pretty sure, like, the border for Columbus is like 4 hours away, I do believe. Now, I could be distorting my childlike brain from the time frame that I was in Ohio, but completely understandable, especially if you're getting the grow rates that you have. I got them from a breeder who has been raising them for. Yeah, I would have to figure out their he judges a lot of shows. I would ask him, say, just be like, hey, when did the lines stop growing? Because some lines, they stop earlier than others. Some, they'll straggle along towards the end, because he needs to be, 6 and 8? No, 7 and 8. 6 and 8? 7 and 8? 6.5. There we go. 4.5 hours from Ohio. Yeah, there you go. Alright, y'all. I gotta get going here. This one needs to get ready for bed. And she is currently picking at the little piece of... I accidentally hit my ear as I was putting down my sides, and she found a spot where there's gel on my ear. And she's annoying me. I love her dearly, though. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get going here. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. Anyone want a kid? Yes, I'll be on my Instagram here later. I'll check that out, Julie. Anyway, I will see y'all later. Thank you so very much for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And as always, I'm going to awkwardly press that exit button.